Hi, everybody, and Megan from Plan Forward. I'm so excited to have Megan here today. I have been just dreaming of the day that I would find a membership plan that I loved, and that day has come. So I want to introduce all of you to Megan with Plan Forward, and she is going to tell you a little bit about how Plan Forward got started, and we're going to learn a lot today. So you're going to really want to tune into this and be ready to take some notes.
Well, Sandy, it's truly an honor to be here. You have so much experience and you're so well known and so well respected in the dental industry. And to have that endorsement, it really means a lot. And so we're honored to be here. I'm thrilled to tell your audience about Plan Forward. And it's so personal because not only am I the founder and the co-CEO of Plan Forward, but I have lived this whole thing that we do, for our clients. So I've been in dentistry now for a little over a decade. I've done membership plans all the ways. And manual, with practice management alerts, with a software, adding a monthly, not having monthly, like all the ways. And so it's just really been a wonderful journey of taking that experience and, layering on the things that we do now as Plan Forward, not only from our service and how we help clients implement and make sure they have really good plans in place, but then on top of that, a top-notch technology and software that can really just not only make this easier for teams, but to help dental practices see the impact of the plan in their practice. So just a little about the company. We were founded in 2018. We're based in Indianapolis. My partner is based in New York. So we kind of have an Indy New York presence. But our practices are across the country in about 40 states. We have hundreds of clients, thousands of patients on our platform, and just growing every day. We actually recently launched a new version of the product in the spring, which is so exciting, but it's really customizable too for groups, growing groups, and the solo individual practice. So that's a little about us.
Well, I think it sounds great. Now, here's my experience as a consultant working with practices. You go in and you see people with trying to create a spreadsheet that they can track everything, or trying to remember who's on the plan and how are they going to follow up. And the team has all these questions, and I don't think the doctors really realize how much is involved if you're going to try to do this in-house. I don't think that they realize it, but I get the complaints from the team members, and I see for myself that you have to have something like what you've developed to track these membership plans. And also, I find that there's still doctors that don't know what a membership plan is. They still don't know. We have to explain it to them. So maybe you could just tell people in general, like what it is, and then go into how Plan Forward can help.
Yes, absolutely. So having some sort of plan in your practice for uninsured patients is not a new or legendary concept. People have been doing this for years and years and years. But the reason it has, probably surfaced and bubbled up to be such a compelling thing is, number one, how practices are struggling with insurance companies, especially these reimbursement rates and the cost to operate increasing. So, their reimbursements and their revenue is not increasing at the same rate as the cost to operate. So it's really hard for especially private practices to continue to be profitable and reinvest and grow, and also provide the same level of service to patients without running their teams ragged and without just like running on the hamster wheel. So, the concept is evolving because the business needs are changing. And also half of the population does not have dental insurance. And so as consumers just know dental care is expensive. And if I don't have dental insurance, I can't go to the dentist. And so we're trying to create something that makes sense for the practice, that's profitable for the practice, and then give the team a workflow so that they can grow the plan and have hundreds, maybe thousands of uninsured patients on this plan so that they feel like they have a dental benefit. So that's really what the membership plan does. Like that's the why behind it. But in terms of a true structure, ever since, people started doing these plans, the structure of the plan has started to be interchanged, like discount plan, savings plan, membership plan. they kind of have all been blended to mean the same thing, but truly they're very different. So a membership plan at its core, number one, there are regulations around membership plans, and there are laws called direct primary care laws that govern these plans state by state. So number one, there's a compliance factor, not to, fear mongering or anything, not to scare anyone, but we take that very seriously and we help make sure that you're in compliant with your state regulations. And what a membership plan is, it is a direct primary care agreement, so a contract between the practice and the patient. There's no third party. So this is not a plan forward plan. We are simply a software that administers and runs these payments. The structure of a membership plan is where you bundle a core set of services and you put a price tag on it. And so you say, this contract between me and the dentist, if I'm the patient, this contract I'm signing, I agree to pay this amount monthly or yearly for this set of services. That's the contract. And then most dentists, if the patient needs any additional work outside of those contracted services, then there's generally a courtesy discount associated as a perk to being a member.
I get asked this a lot because right now, whenever they're on a PPO, right? Like you're writing off unbelievable amounts. I saw a spreadsheet yesterday where practice was writing off 52%, okay, of their fee. So to give a discount like you're talking about, just makes sense because you're not talking about a 50% discount.
Yep.
And some of these people are paying premiums for this insurance and they're not getting good benefits. So also you can get them to drop their insurance with their employer and have a membership plan.
Oh my gosh, that's like a whole podcast in itself on how to strategize your membership plan around open enrollment. That's what we're doing with our customers right now is we give our clients resources, animated videos, worksheets, price comparison sheets to help them have the conversation with the patient. It's not your job to like sell them or convert them, but help them see the numbers so that they can do the math. And that's really what the plan is intended to be. It's an alternative. You just have to have it available and you just have to have really clear, concise materials to show the patient what's included, what they're paying, and what they're saving, essentially, so that they can make the best decision for themselves. I promise you, if their insurance is cheaper by hundreds of dollars, they will never take your membership plan. Like, don't even put the pressure on yourself. But if they appreciate your practice, if you're out of network or you don't participate in any insurance and your plan is nearly the same amount or possibly less out of pocket for them, there's a good chance they're going to take your membership plan. And so those are just having the plan in place is the most important part so that you can at least have something to offer. But just to go back to the structure, the membership plan, the biggest piece is that it's a bundle of services for a set price. The flip side, or kind of what it gets confused with, is a discount plan or a savings plan, which is regulated under different regulations. And the structure is where a patient pays some sort of fee to join to get access to a reduced fee schedule. So when they pay, let's say $79 or $49 to join, maybe it's $129, whatever the price is. Sometimes the practice will collect it directly, or sometimes they'll use a third party like a Membercy or Carrington or like a discount plan company. And that's when that initial fee is paid every year. It's not a one-time thing. The patient needs to pay that every year. And then when they come into practice, they are billed a la carte for whatever services they have done at a reduced fee schedule. So the difference is the membership plan, the reason it's so effective is it functions more like insurance, where you join the plan and then after that, your payments are kind of going on in the background, but the patient's never actually paying at the time of service for those preventive care appointments. And then your whole conversation about, do I have to take the bite wings this time? Or, I know I'm due for a pano, but I really don't want to pay $150 for an x-ray today. Those conversations are out the window because it's already included in the bundle.
That is an awesome point. I never thought of that, but it's so true. We see retention in practices like 40 and 50%. It's terrible.
Yep.
And not with the membership plan practices. They retain higher numbers. They're more like 80%.
Absolutely. And the reason I will tell you, honestly, people do cancel membership plans. Why do they do it? Number one, they relocate. So they're just physically leaving your geography. Number two, sadly, a lot of retirees take this plan, but death is actually a big reason. I know that's morbid, but older patients, that's obviously, something that happens. And then 3 is they may go to work for a big employer who, offers a dental insurance plan that they pay almost 100% of it and if you participate, or there's not a lot of out of pocket for them in your practice. So that is where the patient is obviously going to accept this plan that they're not going to pay for, as opposed to paying, $400 or whatever for a membership plan.
Yeah, very good. Well, I have been looking for you guys for so long. So I found you a few months ago, right? And I've been telling everybody about you. And I guess it was in the summer that I thought, yeah, this is it. This is exactly what I've been looking for. It takes so much pressure off the front. The front desk team, they're not having to follow up with this and run those payments. And want to tell them how the payments work, like it's done automatically.
For sure. So with our software specifically, the practice can choose whether they want to offer monthly and yearly options to the patient. Most practices do offer both. You don't have to, but when the patient joins the plan and they choose how they want to pay, you initiate as the practice, you initiate that first payment. Once you assign them to whatever plan is appropriate for their health and whatnot, you initiate that first payment that day, and every future payment is automated. And so when you really offer and want to grow a membership plan, you're essentially starting a subscription business within a business. And that's why it is complex. And to your point, in the very beginning, the doctors generally are the ones that know the least about any of this kind of management. And so when they're like, oh, we don't need to pay, somebody else to do this, we can just keep the spreadsheet, put the alerts in the practice management system, and our merchant processor does recurring payments. Why do we need to do that? Well, it's because when the patient joins, they get a set number of services for 12 months. And that's not a calendar year, that's a plan year. And so those renewal dates are a complete nightmare, especially as you start to get hundreds of patients and your front office person who keeps the spreadsheet on track is on vacation, or somebody goes on maternity leave, or somebody's sick. Things happen, and then the renewal dates come up and these patients are coming in. Somebody forgot to put the alert, somebody forgot to collect the payment, and the patient walked out the door with free services. And as you grow, that stuff just magnifies. Also, with the software, it just makes it so much more accessible when you do have a monthly option, because families or people on more of a limited or fixed income can really afford it so much easier than if you only offer the yearly option. But try to tell a front office team that you're gonna launch a monthly payment option where they're gonna have to try to remember and track all of this stuff. It's not
I'm not going to be happy. I remember I was talking to a practice recently that started the membership program, and they were excited. They were like, patients love this. The team was excited at first, not so much because they didn't understand it. And then when they realized, we're going to have more people accept treatment now that we have this option. So that's exciting. Well, tell the listeners about fees.
So we offer 2 versions of our software. The first is called Plan Forward Essential, that does not integrate with the practice management system. It's the same product. It's just whether it's integrated or not. So the first one, there's no setup fee. We help you. We do the pricing analysis. We'll create your marketing materials, get it on your website, have a secure enrollment link for your patients, do your team training, and get your practice management system set up so you can run all your reports. You know how to check patients out. You know how to do the ledger. Get you really comfortable and ready to launch. Do the team training. And then once you launch and start enrolling patients, it's $3 per member per month. So as you can set the price of the plan, you can have as many plans as you want. And a lot of our customers just factor in the cost. So if they factor in that $3 to the price of the plan, which that's what most businesses do, you factor in your cost and that goes to the consumer. So as you enroll members, that cost changes proportionally. Now, if you already have a plan with, let's say, hundreds of members, or you're lots of locations or something like that, we do have custom pricing. So that's generally what happens. We do a custom pricing package if you're a unique situation. But in general, if you're just starting out from scratch, that's where you'll start. If you want the advanced version, which is integrated. Again, we integrate with a little over 20 practice management systems. Of course, the big ones, Dentrix, EagleSoft, Open Dental, Ascend, Dentrix Enterprise. I mean, all the Curve, all the ones that you probably often know of. We integrate with 20 practice management systems. And so there is a setup fee to do the one-time data integration of $500. And then there is a platform fee of $150 every month for the integration. So that's the difference in the advanced versus the essential.
So if someone decides to not do the integration, what are they missing?
They are missing the ability. So, you know how I mentioned you're essentially starting a subscription business within your practice. Well, with integration, it also allows us to pull all your patient data and the services they've had, the production, all that stuff, and show you the impact to the business. So it's a subscription service. So it's sending all the reminders and the payment notifications and, hey, your card on file is expiring, click here. So you're getting the subscription management regardless with both packages. Okay. With the integrated version, you can log on to the patient profile and you can see what services they've actually utilized out of the plan and what's still remaining. So it's kind of like checking eligibility. Services, remaining benefits, what's been utilized, treatment acceptance, show rate, all those analytics kind of roll up so that
that's worth it. $100 a month, you said?
It's actually $150 per month. And so it's a difference of $1,800 over the course of the year because there is more of an investment. It's not like we recommend it truly for everyone. It's only really for those practices who are trying to use the membership plan a little bit more strategically.
And you could always start with the basic.
Exactly. It's like a flip of the
switch. Yeah, great.
Exactly.
I love that. And so what can you tell the members? What can they do, the members of our Dental Gumbo group and our Dental Drill Bits listeners? What can they do to get signed up?
Yes. Oh my gosh. We would love to talk to you. You can always schedule a demo on our website. Our website is planforward.io. And first, we would just do your pricing analysis and talk to you about your practice and what kind of plans make sense. But honestly, the implementation process can take a few days. We usually don't like it to go over 30 days. So you'll be up and running within a week or two. But if you schedule a demo, just say, hey, I'm interested, I'm ready to go. Or if you want to look at the platform.
Do they need to let them know where they heard about it?
Of course, absolutely. And so for your group specifically, we've actually never done this, Sandy. We've never given a few months for free, but we're going to do that this time. So
that's wonderful.
If anybody hears about this and they just tell our team that, you heard about Plan Forward through this group, we would love to offer you 60 days free.
Well, I am so excited. You guys are changing dentistry. We just got to get the word out there. I mean, when you think about all these little things, because I have reality on what happens at the front desk. And I know, we have trouble in some practices with them even sending statements. So to implement something like this and rely on a busy practice front office team, it's not going to work. This is the solution, and it solves so many other problems in the practice.
It does. There are so many. For me, the worst question to answer when I was working at the front desk is, I don't have insurance. How much does it cost to get my teeth cleaned?
Oh, they love that as an objection, right? I can't get this treatment because I don't have insurance. You hear it
all day long. And just to have the plan in place so I could say, oh, we have this plan. This is exactly how much it's going to cost day one. And this is what it is. You don't have to go through the whole, if you tell a new patient right over the phone the cost of a new patient appointment, they're never going to book the appointment. It's just, it's $550 for you day one. When can I schedule you? So anyway, it really is the easy button. It's the easy answer for the front office. They don't have to feel like they have to recommend different insurance plans when people don't have, benefits or whatnot. It's like, you know what? I'm not sure exactly what insurance plan is best, but what I know is our plan is the best. It's our standard of care. It gives doctors, it includes everything according to our doctor's protocol. We'll make sure you're on the right plan for you. And it's very affordable and you're going to save money.
That sounds great. So listeners, contact Megan. We're going to put it on a link.
Yes.
But I know some people are also going to be listening to this when they're driving to work. How can they reach?
Email me directly. I'm an open book. My name is Megan Lohman, but it's M Lohman, LOHMAN @planforward.io. So that's my email. Obviously, the website is just planforward.io, or our office number 833-752-7526. So you can just go through there. I think it's press 1 to talk to somebody in sales, and we'll get you taken care of.
Wonderful. This is great. So I'm looking forward to hearing of people signing up and getting all their responses of how great it is.
Well, thank you, Sandy. I mean, truly, again, it's an honor. I'm excited about this. I'm excited to support this community. And also, we love feedback. So as we're talking through it, that's really why our process and our product continues to evolve, is because we can't get enough feedback. As you have ideas and challenges in the practice, we're constantly innovating to make sure that we're keeping up with the things that you're dealing with.
Well, you're doing a great job, and I'm excited to have you guys as sponsors.
Thank you so much, Sandy.
Take care, Megan.
Take care.